Hello, I am Mac, at least for a day, and everything is going to be okay. This is a Waking Titan 1.5 report. I'm here on my new Eisentam Galaxy Save home planet. It's very close to the Eisentam Galactic Hub. Now, we have a lot of information to get through. I'm going to go over everything that's happened during the week this week. On Tuesday, June 26th, at about 2 o'clock p.m. Central Time, Alexander's Memory Block 3 unlocked. So there was a new conversation that we can do with Alexander, and go ahead and go do that if you haven't already. But if you already have or you don't care, I'll go ahead and give you the answer. The code is Emmeline, which supposedly is his wife's name, but I'll talk in a little bit why I think that it may not actually be his wife's name, but it is the correct code. But okay, and then at 4 o'clock p.m. Central Time, the same day, Dreamer number 6 was added. His name is Tariq, and go ahead and do his conversation if you haven't already. It's very interesting, but I am going to reveal what goes on in that conversation. I was finally able to do a conversation thanks to... his name is Singular Gleam on the Atlas CSD forums, posted a bunch of codes in a thread, and the codes were obtained by Discord users, but there are codes that you can use to enter into the Uplink app that will automatically start the different conversations for each character, Dreamer. And that's really good if you are not able to use the dashboard. And I'm not the only person with that problem. I can't use the Myriad dashboard on PS4 because it can't handle all of the animations and stuff or something like that. Other people have said that you can't use the Myriad dashboard on your phone, but only people on PC can. So people that want to just do all this through their phone have to use only the Myriad Uplink app. And so these codes allow you to do the conversations without starting them on the Myriad dashboard. So I was able to do Tariq's conversation. He's a very shady character. You find out, well, yeah, I mean, because of the code, we know what he actually is. You kind of have to guess what he is based on the information you are able to get out of him. But he is a Wear Tech Supervisor, and that is his code, Wear Tech Supervisor. His full name is Tariq Hamawi. He is a researcher in neurodevelopmental and neurodegenerative disorders, and he works at a university in Boston, supposedly, according to him, and he works with several different companies, one of which he did say was a company called Mind, which is a real company based out of Boston as well. But obviously he works for Wear, but he didn't admit that he works for Wear because that's classified. But he also, if you do a certain combination of replies on the conversation, he will tell Emily that she's not in control, and then he'll end the conversation. So he's obviously not a good guy, and he's kind of thumbing his nose at Emily and saying you aren't really in control here, probably implying that Wear are the ones still in control despite the Dreamers being taken by the Atlas Foundation and connected to Emily's dashboard. So it's going to be kind of cool to watch this rivalry or antagonism between Wear and Emily. Tariq, however, probably won't have any more conversations. Once you enter in this code, WearTech Supervisor, it says that he is 100% done with the conversations. So there's no more conversations, and it doesn't tell us what other events there are for him. For the characters that we've completed 3 conversations for, it says that some of the characters have a community event as well, but 3 conversations and community event, once those are all done, it just says extraction is the next event for them. So we're going to extract them at some point in time, probably when everybody who can be extracted is ready for extraction. But Tariq does not have an extraction. It won't tell us what he has next. Same goes for the number person, the string of numbers and then the letter T person. We don't know what's going to go on with them. Even though they're 100% completed, we don't know if we'll ever be able to extract them. And let's see. Yeah, that's it for Tariq. And then at 5:00 p.m. Central Time on July 27th, the next day, which is Wednesday of this week, Claire's memory blocks 2 and 3 unlocked. We had done a community activity to give her comic books that we created, and so that had the effect of, getting her to open up to us. So we were able to get the 2 new conversations for her. I guess I should mention Alexander had a community event where we played I think we were supposed to suggest songs for Alexander, and then the radio DJ were supposed to play it, but I think a lot of people in the community made kind of fake radio show announcements and then played the songs for Alexander's, but it still had the effect of us unlocking Alexander's 3rd conversation. But then Claire, like I said, we did the comic books for her, and her last 2 conversations unlocked. And I was able to do these conversations. Let's see. Actually, no, I didn't do those conversations. But I have the codes for you there. So if you do the conversations, I think I did the last conversation. No, I did both of them, sorry. Yeah, I did both of them, but I probably wouldn't be able to figure out the answers. The answers to the codes are thanatophobia, which is the fear of death. She mentioned in her 2nd conversation that she has had family members that had gotten sick, and I guess made her very fearful that they were going to die, and of course she doesn't want to die, so she has a fear of death. And she also, in the 3rd and final conversation, she talked about how her father left 2 days after the 4th of... Was it the 4th of July? Yeah. No. Yes. No, 3 days after the 4th of July, because it's the 7th. The code is 2015 717 0717. Sorry, 2015 slash 2015 slash 07/17. So that was the day her father left, 3 days after the 4th of July in 2015. Wait. No, that's not right. Sorry, it wasn't the 4th of July. It was some other holiday. Sorry, I forget what it was. But anyway, that is the answer to her 3rd code. And it was pretty touching, her conversation about her father. She said that she doesn't hate her father and that she still has contact with him, but she's worried about her mother because her mother needs her, so she wants to get back to her mother. So it was pretty touching, that part of the storyline. And then she... What was I going to say? Sorry. My mind is all over the place today. But regardless, I'm, really hoping that we can save these people. It's kind of it's a very sad situation. And she said that her mother's name is Sophia. And in her first conversation, she said that she had a friend named Emily. And that's what I was going to talk about. Alexander said that his wife's name is Emmeline. And then Claire having a friend named Emily and her saying that her mother's name was Sophia. We have Sophia Dubois in the ARG, and we also have Emily in, she's like the most important character of the ARG. So it's weird that Alexander has this wife who's supposedly named Emmeline, which a nickname for Emmeline would be Emily. And then Claire had a friend named Emily, and her mother's name is Sophia, which is an important character that Emily knows. So I'm thinking that some people thought, oh, maybe Claire is Sophia's daughter, because it seems like too much of a coincidence. I don't think that's the case, because Sophia was kind of wanting to get out of saving the Dreamers, because, the whole thing of Elizabeth Lighton being blown up and everything. She was looking for an excuse to stop the program to save the Dreamers. So if one of the Dreamers was Sophia's daughter, I really don't think she would have been trying to get out of it. So I don't think that's the case, but that would mean it's either a coincidence that Claire's mother is named Sophia, or Emily is somehow giving them false memories, and that could be malevolent or it could be benign. Somebody on Atlas CSD forums pointed out that Emily had said that we weren't going to be able to completely restore their memories perfectly, but we could help them enough so that we could extract them safely. So it's possible that their memories were restored kind of incorrectly, and they have these other people's names instead of what the names in their memories really are, which is pretty weird. Does that mean that Claire is going to wake up and think that her mother's name is Sophia when that's not really her mother's name? I was also maybe thinking that this could be a warning sign that Emily is brainwashing them. You can imagine a scenario where an AI goes into people's dreams and, tells you that you have a friend named Emily so that you'll like Emily, and Emily is really this powerful AI that's trying to control your mind. That seems possible. I hope that's not the case. I'm one that really wants to trust Emily still and say that she's good. I mean, she's been good up until now. She hasn't done anything bad that we know of. So I think it's more likely that Emily either accidentally put these memories into their mind, or she did it just so that they can be saved, kind of replacing their memories with some false memories so that they can be extracted from the wear devices. Anyway, on Thursday, July 28th at about 1 p.m. Central Time, Precon 007 is a command on the Waking Titan website. It changed so that when you type in Precon 007 on wakingtitan.com, it gives you data dump 02. We got a data dump 01 before. This one is a new one with a bit.ly link. I will post the bit.ly link to make it easy for you to access, especially since I think it's no longer possible to get data dump 2 because it's changed, as I'll tell you in a little bit. So I'll put the bit.ly link in a pinned comment so you can get to that. Uh-oh. It's raining. I better get to my base. Ah. So, yeah, I'll put that in the pinned comment so you can see the picture. It is a picture of a glitched picture, and what we now know is the Boston Back Bay area, and the hex code on it says 2018 6:30. So this Saturday, June 30th, is when we now know there's going to be a live drop in Boston. And yeah, we'll a little bit more on that in a little bit. But then at 5 p.m. Central Time on Thursday, we got another new dreamer connected to the Myriad dashboard. His name is Toby. He is a 5-year-old boy, and doing the conversation with Toby is pretty cute. You kind of feel sorry for the guy. And Emily is really awkward talking to him. She's not used to talking to little kids, and they're in a park, and he doesn't want to play with the other kids, and you don't know why at first. And Emily asks him about plushies, as she calls them. I call them stuffed animals, but when you're trying to guess what type of plushie he likes best, if you ask him if it's a dog, he says no. He yells no with an exclamation mark. And if you do a different conversation path, you ask him why he doesn't want to go play with the kids, and finally, if you question him enough, you finally find out that he's afraid of the puppy that's playing in the simulated park. And so that's how you get the code for his first conversation. The code for his first conversation is cynophobia, C-Y-N-O phobia, which is the fear of dogs. So that's Toby's first conversation. And we have, of course, exosuit pictures for all of the different characters. And Toby's exosuit picture is really cute because you can tell by the proportions that he's a little 5-year-old boy, and his head is a lot bigger in proportion to his body, like it is with little kids. So that's kind of a neat touch. And so I'm really hoping that we'll be able to extract Toby soon and save the little guy. So anyway, and then today, Friday, July 29th, at about 3 p.m. Central Time, Precon 007 changed again to Precon Data Dump 03, and I will get the bit.ly link for that as well, so that it will always be on here even if it changes. But it is a picture of, it's an above view picture of an exact location, and it's a picture of Long Wharf at the Boston Back Bay, and the hex code on it tells us that it will be 11 a.m. So now not only do we have a general area and the date, we now have the exact spot that the live drop is going to be, and the exact time it's going to be. So at 11 a.m. Boston time, there's some people already getting ready to go there. Well, not getting ready to go there, but they say that they're going to go there tomorrow on Saturday. So we're going to get a live drop, and I'm sure it'll be some kind of clue to something. I'm thinking that it's probably we're intercepting something from Ware, because in some of the information we've gotten, Ware has a laboratory in Boston, so we're probably going to be intercepting some information from Ware. And because we have pretty much direct contact with Emily right now, so it wouldn't make sense if we were going to be getting something from her. And the Precon 007 is Emily predicting the future. So basically she predicted the future, that there's going to be something happening at this location at this time. So this is Emily telling us to go somewhere at a certain time. and it's probably going to be intercepting something from where. It wouldn't make sense if we were getting something from the Atlas Foundation, because they're already helping us. Emily's in contact with us, so it could probably be something from where. So we're going to get something from where, find out something about what they're planning, what they're planning to do during all of this, and it's probably not going to be anything good, but that should definitely be interesting. And of course, we will be getting another element on Sunday. I mean, we should. We have the last 3 weeks, but maybe I don't think, yeah, it's not downloading yet, as far as I know. So we may have to do the live drop before the element file starts to download, and then we will get the new clue about what's going to come in the next update. So that's about it. Lots of interesting things happening, and I will most likely be reporting after the live drop tomorrow when we find out what it is and what it leads to. So I have been Mac. Thank you for joining me for a day. And remember, everything is going to be okay.